this big height. Now notice how many little cosmetic flaws, little bug bites and brands. This is what we usually cut around. So scratch and dent, we take all those that we cut around and we use the hides that have too many flaws so we can reduce our waste, and it gets you a product at 30% off, and it helps us get rid of all this scrap instead of going to landfill. And it's live right now, so check out Scratch and Dent. Got a Lems unboxing today because our little collaboration did really, really well. You guys ate these up, and that was really cool for me because I'm sure you've heard me talk about it, but these boots were some of the first boots, or my Lems boulder boots were some of the first boots I bought for my business when I was putting around my concrete floor shop and I felt like my feet were too squished and I wanted something wide and squishy, and I loved Lems, but they didn't have some of the things that I like in heritage boots. And so we launched these and they're super successful and I love them. Like, so much so that I was wearing my pair and I thought it was the final pair, and Andrew, the CEO, I think he might be the owner too of Lems, was like, how's your pair? And I was like, oh, I'll send you an update. And I looked at him, I was like, oh, I think I've been wearing a pair of prototypes actually for the last couple of months. So I hit up Andrew, was like, hey, can I get a final pair? Because you'd be shocked, and I'm not saying this is my fault because I just grabbed the wrong pair and started wearing them, but you'd be shocked at how few of my own collaborations I have, because some brands are just such a pain in the butt with giving me my own freaking collaborations. Like I literally only have like half of my own collaborations, because some of these brands just are a pain in the butt. I probably have more than half. It's probably like, I'm probably missing a third of the collaborations that I've done, because brands just like, once it's done, I'm like, hey, make sure you hook up the crew and us with boots. And then a year goes by, I'm like, hey, make sure, like, don't forget, like, we launched this and we don't even have our own pairs yet. But with Lems, that was my fault. And then I was like, hey, Andrew, I actually been wearing the wrong pair. Can you send me like a pair of like the real like final production version? He's like, yeah, for sure. I'll send them over right now. And along with it, I was like, you might as well send over anything else you guys have been working on, any new products you release for spring and summer, and we'll do a little unboxing and check them out. Because there's one of these that I've been kind of doing a small GPS, like Nike GPS series, where I love the GPS, general purpose shoe, super versatile, comfortable, looks good, and one of these kind of looked like a GPS style. So I'm curious to see what it's like. And these restock, I think here, I don't know the date off the top of my head right now, but these restock eventually, and get ready for them because they're sick and I love them. And I literally left my pair at home that I got from Andrew, so from Lems. So let's get to it. What's up first? Let's just do a little surprise. Also, this is a Hawks. I think this is Hawks. Yeah, this is a Hawks like insulated jacket. It fits so well and it's so cozy and warm. I'm literally gonna have to take it off. It's warm because I think it's insulated. But these are really nice and they're really affordable. I'm actually wearing a Hawks t-shirt too. They just make like good, well-fitting like workwear style stuff that you can wear casually. Just a shameless plug because I like Boot Barn's really fun. Hawks is really fun. They shot those mini documentaries. Me and my buddy Danny, he's been trying to get on a date with Ella Langley, and he's been posting like every day for like 50 days trying to get on a date with Ella Langley. I was like, let's take you down to Boot Barn. Let's get you set up with some gear. And so we hooked it up and got him set up in some true Western wear. And I'll put links to it here, but here's a little preview of it. It was fun. So what's in the Lems box? Let's read their little saying. Instead of trying to create the next footwear fad, we dedicate ourselves to designing with the foot in mind above all else. Everything we do is done with intention, and we will never stop our endless exploration to keep your feet happy and healthy every step of the way. I love Lems. Ooh, it's the one I was wanting right off the bat. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. What is this called? The Thrasher Pro. Let's see, I left my iPad home. Look it up on my phone and hope that nobody sees any text messages coming through. Thrasher Pro? What was it? Trail Thrasher Pro? Right there. $175, okay. Men's Trail Thrasher Pro waterproof. We took everything you love about the original Trail Thrasher and leveled it up with waterproof protection, Vibra Mega Grip outsole. Our first ever waterproof sneaker is ready for rugged trails, wet conditions, everyday wear. Built with the same proven construction and fit as the original Trail Thrasher. Kind of read that. Trail Thrasher Pro is the first sneaker to utilize Vibra Mega Grip. Why does nobody sell colorful leather laces? I don't know either. That's why we tracked down the suppliers of the lace makers of some of the highest quality, most durable boots in the entire world. I was like, hey, what if you made some color laces for us? I want to customize my boots. One of my favorite things about boots and shoes is not just protecting your investment with some kilties, some insoles, and some laces, but it's fun to customize them. You know, the leather laces add a little flair, add a little customization. It's the same concept of like wearing a boot, developing that unique patina. Same thing, adding some kilties in, some laces. But like I said, it does protect your investment, because if you've had a pair of high quality boots and put some like cotton laces through, that cotton will slowly abrade and wear down that brass eyelet. And that's why in these work boots, you see almost exclusively leather laces, but they all look exactly the same. So that's why we released our Rose Anvil laces, because they're trimmable. Leather's better for laces anyways, because it has a little bit of stretch, it breaks in over time. They flex as you move rather than being super tight throughout the day. They don't melt if you're welding or around fires, and they just look cooler. So check out our Rose Anvil leather laces below and protect your investment, add a little character, a little pop of color, a little personalization to your boots. And thank you guys for supporting all these Rose Anvil boot and shoe accessories. It's a big part of what makes all this possible, so thank you guys. Check them out below. So you can see why I was like, it's kind of like a GPS. Not overtly like every aspect of the GPS, but it could be used as a GPS, a general purpose shoe. Well, first of all, the things I like most is this anatomical foot shape. This thing is gonna be comfy. And then it has leather. I'm 99% sure that's leather. It has these little lace keepers that are like protected by leather, which I think is really cool. You know, sometimes you see that in like skate sneakers and stuff. I like how these panels come up. It kind of reminds me of a Jordan, what was it, Jordan 4 or something? And then it's basically got, here's the main reason I brought these up, or brought these to the video. It's the exact same outsole. Look at that. So if you like what Lems does with this outsole, that's exactly what this outsole is. It's just on a little bit slimmer last. I think this is a little bit more of their semi-anatomical last, where this is like the really wide last. And so it's gonna feel like really soft and squishy on the inside. I'm willing to bet this is exactly what it looks like on the inside. Just a little bit of squish and foam, lots of rubber to grip. So does this fit in the GPS category? It doesn't quite all the way, right? Because it doesn't have like the whole cut. It almost has a whole cut pattern. It's got these like wings that kind of come up. But this might be a late addition if I can't find anything else. Because I feel like this is close to a GPS, but maybe not close enough. But I love it. That doesn't mean I dislike it. I think that's why I was like, can I please get a pair of these? So did we get a non-waterproof version? Yeah, so let's look at this one then. So this is the Trail Thrasher in Mosh pit. Going to Slaughter to Prevail tonight. Go see my boy Alex the Terrible. I'll be back with some merch, don't worry. Let's see what the non-pro version looks like. So same basic outsole, but it's not the Vibram. Same midsole, probably through and through, just a different outsole. Isn't that crazy? Just how that little bit of the Vibram brand and their special rubber elevates the perception and the value of a product. This one's got perforated toe. That's nice. So honestly, like this one's like the pro version, but for everyday wear, I'd probably wear this one. You know, because I don't, for more general purpose shoe, I like the perforation more. It seems like it's a little less bulky and baggy. This would just be a really good trail shoe. It kind of reminds me of the Astro Tech Yak, actually. Very similar like concept. The Tech Yak's way more water oriented. Let's see, how much was, that was $175 for the Pro, $155 for the regular Thrasher. I like it. Next. Oh, okay, yeah, this one's really interesting too. The Trailblazer Mid. So it's like a mid-top hiking boot, which I thought was gonna be really interesting to check out. Yeah, look at that, it's so interesting. It's just like it's a high top sneaker height, but like a mid top for a hiking boot. Same perforated toe, but it's leather, I love it. I love it, this is fake leather. I don't know why they just don't put real leather all over the whole boot or shoe. And yeah, see, like this is fake leather and this is fake leather. I don't know why they do that. I'm pretty sure it's fake. Do I have a lighter by me? Do we ruin them? We have to, don't we? It's what we do. Even though I know it's, actually I don't know for sure. It sure just seems like it. Yep, look at that. That's plasticky. So yeah, that's not real leather. Why don't they do it? Maybe just keep the price down? I don't know. I like them though. I like the shape of, this is like their more Same thing as the Thrasher, actually. It's more semi-anatomical. I love it. Still looks good, not ridiculously wide. Still gives you big toe room. I like the concept though. You know, it's a cool concept. I wish it just had more leather. That's always my complaint with Lems. They always blend leather and synthetics. But not everybody has to conform to what I think is best. Some people like fake leather. 165, the original Trailblazer quickly became a fan favorite for its rugged performance and all-day comfort. The new Trailblazer Mid builds on that legacy, offering the same performance you love, now with a supportive mid-cut profile. Roomy toe box and zero-drop platform, perfect for trail seekers who demand comfort, balance, and freedom to keep moving. Let's see what the last is. Wide natural shape. I thought it was the more anatomical one. I don't know. I swear they had different lasts. I have no idea. I could have sworn that this is a different shape, but maybe they just are that good at disguising the width that I just convinced myself that there's different lasts. Yeah, that's pretty freaking wide. I swear they had some that were not. Yeah, it's literally the exact same shape. What the hell am I thinking then? I swear that looks more narrow. Have I just gotten used to wide toe boxes? Like, that does not look crazy to me, right? Am I wrong? Does that? I feel like that does not look crazy wide compared to like other brands that, like Zeros and all those like really Barefoot, Tolos, Vivo. I don't know. I swear, there's gotta be one that's a different last. I just don't remember which one it is. That's why we did that whole video though. The whole brand, we like cut every single pair of Lems in half just to get like an overview of the brand. So I'm pretty confident that there's a different last. I think I just didn't find it. Okay, last pair. Let's do it. Little baby mules. I've been designing some mules. Curious to see what other people are doing, how they do certain things. Not that we're gonna copy Lems by any means, but you just like to. It's nice to see what people are doing, like with this heel cup. Some people love this little extra little cup right here. Some people don't like it because you stand on it, but it also locks you in. You got the little goring there, suede leather, and this is their foam outsole that is a lot softer than their rubber outsoles. You know, you got these that are a combination of rubber and foam, but you've got the rubber skin on the bottom. This is basically just the midsole foam. Their cork insole, you know, cork in quotations, it's just a thin layer. Ooh, they cement this insole in. Interesting. I wonder why they do that. See, but doesn't this look so much wider than this? Or is it just my brain? Or is it just the way that they make this like bumper kind of bring in right here that hides it? I swear this looks 1.5 feet wider than this, but I like them. And also, I'm gonna be testing these mules out. I'm probably gonna test these, even though I burned it a little bit. I didn't burn it in a spot that's gonna ruin the structural integrity of it. That's pretty much it. These drop again at some point. I'll put the date here for if we know it. Check out Lems. I love Lems. We've worked with them for years. They're my first shoes I bought literally for the company. I wear them all the time. I love them, and they're that perfect blend of a modern sneaker with the barefoot sneakers, because it's not so barefoot that you have nothing underneath your foot. You actually get some squish, you get some comfort, and that's why I think that's why Lems kicks ass, honestly, because they're not so indoctrinated by like barefoot. You got to feel every pebble underneath your foot, and it's got to be all this really terrible like materials, and then we're gonna charge $175 for like a $30 shoe. Lems puts a good amount of leather in their stuff, a lot of squish, and it still stays really anatomical. So check these out below. Check out what I don't know if you use a knife. Did I use the Christie knife this time? I got some good patina going on my Christie knife. Looks pretty good, huh? So that's it. Thank you guys. See ya.
One.